Hello and welcome. Today I have a set of hip and spine stretches for you to increase mobility. So let's begin. Starting in a seated position with your legs crossed, hands on the knees. Go ahead and close your eyes. And take a few breaths, noticing how your body feels today. If you have any tension in your body, just noticing any sensations that we have and letting them be for now. Opening the eyes, take a deep breath in, arms up, and exhale, lean over to one side. And back to center. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, lean to the other side. Gently warming up the spine. Back to center. We're going to come over to our hands and knees. And we're going to do a bit of cat-cow to warm up the spine a little more. So inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, and exhale, round. Doing a few more at your own pace. All right, back to neutral spine. We're going to bring the right leg back in towards the chest and then straight back behind you. Let's do a few more in and out. Just in and out. Warming up that hip joint. Knee into the chest, leg out long. And then knee down, knees wide. Push back into a child's pose. Back to tabletop, bringing the knees back underneath the hips. We're going to do the other side. So leg out, leg into the chest. Doing a few of these at your own pace to loosen that hip joint on the other side. Leg out long and back to center. Walking the knees wide, push back into a child's pose. Coming back to tabletop, straightening the knees. We're going to do some hip rotations. So right leg, knee comes in, out, and back. In, out, and back. Knee down. Let's switch to the other side. Giving about 4 or 5 good circles on this side as well. Knee in, out, and back. Loosening that other hip joint. back to tabletop. Next, we're going to lift the knee out and back without touching the knee down. So knee out and down, giving that lateral movement in the hip. Doing a few of these on the right leg. Knee down, child's pose. Just a quick break here. Back to tabletop. Let's do the other side. So left knee out and back, out and back. And then knee down, child's pose. Coming up to sitting on your bum, we're going to scoot forward, lengthen the legs out in front of you, walking the flesh from underneath you for a seated forward fold. And feel free to bend the knees, especially if you're doing the stretch first thing in the morning, because your hamstrings tend to be a little bit tighter in the morning. And release. Bring the right knee in to the chest. Fold the leg over the other. Grabbing the right knee. Inhale. Exhale, twist, looking over your right shoulder. You should not only feel this in your spine, but in your hip as well. And unwind. Bringing the opposite leg in, folding it over the other leg. With your right arm grabbing that left knee. Inhale. Exhale, twist, looking over that left shoulder. And release, coming back to center. Lengthening the legs out long. Going to switch over to our hands and knees again. Bringing the left knee or left leg to the front for a low lunge. Really feeling this position in your hips. Inhale, arms up. Really leaning in to that low lunge. And pushing back into a half split. Forward into a low lunge. Back into a half split. Increasing the mobility in our hips. Low lunge. Walking the left foot to the edge of the mat. Lean onto the side of your foot. Hands forward for lizard. Keeping a soft bend in the elbows. All right, walking that foot back to center and push that back, widen the knees, wide child's pose. Back to tabletop. Bring the right foot forward for the low lunge on the other side. Inhale, arms up, leaning into this lunge on the other side. Arms down, push back into that half split. Forward into low lunge. Back into half split. Forward into low lunge, walking the foot to the edge of the mat, leaning onto the side of the foot, hands grounded, soft bend in the elbows, for lizard on the other side. Walking the foot back to center and bringing the knee back to tabletop. Walk the hands forward and lean that chest towards the ground for puppy pose. Walking back to tabletop. Tuck the toes underneath and push the bum right up to the sky for our first downward dog. Giving yourself a moment to find your downward dog. Maybe you need to walk back a little bit. Finding your center here, maybe walking the feet out, releasing a little more tension in those hamstrings. Come forward into a plank, chaturanga, knees, chin, chest. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, ground the hands, push back into that downward dog. From here, take the right leg up for three-legged dog. Take that top leg and draw some big circles with the knee. Releasing more from that hip joint. Leg out long, Knee into the chest. Bring your knee to your right thumb. The leg behind, nice and long. And go ahead and come forward, maybe onto your elbows. Or you can stay on your hands, whatever's comfortable for you here. And we're going to be here for a moment. So I would like you to visualize any negative energy that you're holding on to. And then imagining that negative energy leaving through the bottom of your feet as it no longer serves you. Leaning on to your right leg, swing the left leg around, stacking the knees on top of each other for shoelace. Now you can stay here, wherever you're at in this position is totally fine. Or you can lean forward, trying to reach your face to your knee. Noticing where you feel this posture. Uncrossing the legs. We're going to just give a quick little windshield wipe with the knees. My cat's not sure how to think about this pose. She's like, what are we doing? Just releasing a little tension in those hips from holding the poses. All right, coming onto the hands and knees for tabletop. We're going to go right into the other side. So tuck the toes, push the bum up to the sky. Bring the left leg up to the sky, bending the top knee, and then drawing big circles with that knee. Feeling the movement in your hip joint, and then bringing that knee in to the chest, towards your left thumb, bringing the behind leg out long, and coming forward onto your elbows or wherever you'd like to be for pigeon on the other side. Again, allowing any negative emotions or feelings that arise from this pose to just release and let go from you. coming up onto the hands. Go ahead and swing that back leg around, leaning onto the left hip. Stacking the knees on top of each other to the best of your ability. And then leaning into this pose. Noticing if this side is more challenging or easy for you than the other side. Not trying to change anything, just noticing how it feels. Coming up, uncrossing the legs, doing a little windshield wipe with the knees. And then coming to the center of your mat. Tucking the knees into the chest and gently rolling back. Onto your back. Getting comfortable here, hugging the knees into the chest. Go ahead and do some circles with the knees. Trying to draw nice big circles with the knees. And switch directions. And back to center. Put your hands on both knees and then push your knees out, down, and together. In, out, down, together. Doing a few of these on your own. And then switching directions. In, down, out, and together. And then coming back to center, stretch the left leg out long. Rocking the right knee from side to side. And then grabbing with your opposite arm, 2-piece fingers, grab your big toe and push your heel up to the sky. You can use your other hand for support on the back of the thigh. Then releasing the foot, putting the foot on the thigh, then pushing the knee towards your left, right arm out long from the socket, looking over the right shoulder for supine twist. It's okay if your knee is not touching the ground. Focus on keeping your shoulders grounded to the mat. Back to center. Hug that right knee in. And then stretch it out nice and long, pointing the toes. And we're going to switch to the other side. So left knee into the chest, rocking from side to side. For me, I go a little gentler on my left side because I know I have tension in this knee. So just being aware of your body and your limitations. Reaching for the toes with the opposite peace fingers. Supporting with the left hand on the thigh. Really pulling that knee into the chest and pushing that heel towards the sky. Releasing the foot. Put the foot on the right thigh. Twisting, looking over your left. Left arm out nice and long or bent at the elbow. Untwisting, hooking that right knee into the chest, and then go ahead and windshield wipe both legs. And then walk the feet wide and bring the knees in together, creating a little bit of space for the low back. Then, walking the feet towards the center of the mat, bring the bottoms of your feet together for a reclined butterfly or Suptavada Konasana. If you like, you could bring your hands on the inner thighs. I find that helps me really feel the stretch in the inner thigh. I'm really just relaxing here. You have nowhere else to be. Nothing else to do. If you would like to stay in this pose for our Shavasana, you are more than welcome to. But if you would like to come out of this pose, go ahead and lengthen your legs out long, arms by your side or on your stomach, and feel yourself melting into the floor. Letting our body rest. We spend so much time moving throughout the day. It's important that we give ourselves a moment to just be. So I invite you to feel that. Adding some small movements to the body, wiggling the fingers or the toes. And whenever you're ready, you can roll over onto one side, taking your time. There's no rush. I'll meet you in a seated position. You can always pause the video if you would like to lengthen out your Shavasana a little longer. All right. Hands on the knees. Legs crossed, maybe switching the feet just to see how it feels to cross your legs the other way. Closing the eyes. We're going to take 3 nice deep breaths together. So inhale. Arms up, hands together, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up, nice and long. Exhale, hands to heart. One last breath, biggest one of the day. And exhale. Hands to your forehead, giving yourself gratitude for doing this today, for taking time for yourself. Bring your hands into your heart. Thank you so much for taking the time today to being your best self. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, take care. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to see more.